They look fucking
Yeah,
cool.
they collect the items.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. That'll be cool.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, no, like that's the one thing I've been noticing. Like that football scenes, like things are so dead that like football teams are just like they're giving like new uniforms and shit like that.
Yeah.
But so look, baseball. Hopefully, July seems to be like the month. Hopefully, baseball start. NBA seems
What's
to
gonna
be
happen with July 4th?
July 4th.
And that's
I
a
don't
month
know.
away. Are we gonna get everybody stay home and watch the fireworks from home?
It's probably gonna be limited. That's probably gonna be. Excuse me, peeps. Yeah, but the NBA, like I said, I think it's coming back with 22 teams. I think July 31st, the baseball will know more. Trying to think of what else is coming in terms of sports. We got the UFC still rocking. Yeah, man, we're just waiting. And then hopefully, like I said, football. The Chicago trip, that shit is still up in the air, but chances, not too good, my friend. Not too good, my friend. But, yeah, man, the one thing I wanted to talk on to this past weekend, it was like Saturday. I came home and for some reason I was on YouTube. Me and my girl were watching TV. And you know, YouTube always has different shows for you to watch. And the one thing I saw was like, oh shit, it was the shuttle. The NASA thing, which was, I don't know, I think it was called Dragon something. By, what's his name?
What?
The Tesla guy?
Elon Musk.
Yeah, Elon Musk. So it was like
Sounds like a cheap cologne, right?
Yeah, it does. So since 11 years, it's been like the last time I think we flown to space. And the funny thing was, not funny, because I was telling my girl, I was like, yo, I thought they stopped our space program. I didn't know Elon Musk. Yeah, I know. I didn't know Elon Musk. So I was like, I found that weird. I'm like,
he funded his own shit.
So I found it weird, but all I know is like me and my girl, we put on YouTube. It was like 250 something, and it said 15 more minutes are gonna thing, and I was like, oh shit, I want to watch it because they were like live. You know, the good thing now with technology is that you can see these shits like live and all this stuff. So me and her were watching it, and they showed the two astronauts who went. Who like you see them nervous on the fucking thing, and like they got all types of cameras. Salute. It's not like back in the days they only had like one shot. Mm-hmm. Now they got cameras of the actual guys. You see them fidgeting. You see the people inside and all that stuff. And it just had me thinking. It had me thinking, of course, of I think it's 1986. Did you watch when the one exploded?
I think I was. Let me see.
And where were you?
I was 78, 9. Because I did watch one live from school. I was in PS28. They put us in the auditorium and they had, back in those elementary days,
yeah,
they had, whenever we were going to watch a movie in class, they brought it with the big, it was like a big display with wheels and there was a TV and the VCR on the bottom.
Yeah,
and they moved it to class.
Yeah.
So we had, I think, either one of those or a projector came down. We were in the auditorium and we were watching it live. I don't know if that's the one that halfway it blew up or that was the one that made it to the moon.
You have to know. If that shit blew up, all the kids would have gone fucking crazy.
Because I think that's the one that made it because it was a teacher. One of them was a teacher in the shuttle.
That's the one that blew up. I saw that one.
That was like in the 90s.
No, I think it was 1986 was the one that blew up. If I'm correct, because I think when I checked on YouTube, I was telling Yanni, I forgot my girl was born after.
Yeah.
So I was like, yo, you never saw it. So then I think it was 86 is the one that blew up that you saw it. It looks like everything and that shit just fucking blew up. So now that you're telling me, I was trying to remember. I know I watched it live.
Because I was in the school and they
watched it live, but I don't know if I didn't think I was in school. I thought I was home. But now what you're saying kind of makes sense. Maybe I did watch it in school. I just didn't. We'll research the date it happened, but I remember that shit, like seeing it, and then that shit just fucking blowing up, and you're like, oh shit,
yeah.
You know, like it's like now like these kids won't even really be phased.
No.
Because we see so many crazy shits in social media or ridiculousness that fucking like fuck ups. That shit is nothing to us. But back in the days, you're like, what the fuck? So I was thinking about that shit, and then I was also thinking about my childhood.
Okay.
So when you were young, did you ever wanted to be an astronaut? Because that's something as a boy.
I think every boy thinks
That's what I'm
they
saying.
want to do that.
Yeah.
Because I had those stickers with the stars in your room.
Mm-hmm.
I think science was the one subject that I enjoyed when I was in elementary school and junior high. Then when I got to high school, it changed because I found girls.
Mm-hmm.
But science was always something that interests me. And then the going out of space, I always thought about it. I think it's because watching like Star Wars movies and always thinking about the future and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I never thought about going out of space just, I could walk in the moon. It was always, there's got to be something else out there. Just because the movies that I've watched.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what, that'll be cool. And I think that was one of the things I used to tell my teachers. Like, I want to either be an astronaut or a lawyer or something like that. But then after, you get older, you start changing. Like, you don't care about the shuttle going to space. But then when you know it's going to happen, you sit down and watch it. Because that is a cool fucking thing.
So I think I searched. I think it was 1986, January 28th on a Tuesday. I don't know what. So I may be right. It was like 11:39 a.m. So that's around 2 hours.
That was the one that
it was the Space Shuttle Challenger disaster. So I remember I saw it live. I don't know where, but if it was Tuesday, like Al said, and I'm more than likely I was in school, so I probably watched it.
Yeah, I believe.
I watched it in school.
That was like a memory because I sat. I don't know what grade I was. I wanted to say I was a senior, but no. 1986. I was not even 10. I was like 8 years old.
Fucking senior in calzoncillos.
Yeah.
You probably graduated from fucking He-Man to Fruit Loops.
So I was...
Before that, I used to wear He-Man underwear.
I know, and then after that I graduated to Spider-Man Underoos. So if I was 9, in kindergarten you're like 5 years old. So I must have been 3rd, 4th grade.
Yeah.
So I remember that vividly. All of us going to the auditorium. Like, whoever could fit in the auditorium. Or whoever was in the science class.
Yeah.
The science teachers... All the science teachers took us to the class, to the auditorium. And I remember... It was the small TV because I was in the front row. And I remember watching it because I remember those TVs all the time. Even in junior high, they still had those TVs.
Yeah.
They wheel them. They had the whack VCR on the bottom.
I remember when you used to tell me, like, take it to this classroom. I'll take it. You feel like you're taking a fucking trophy.
But you're really a lambón.
Yeah, you feel like you're taking a trophy to the fucking president or something.
And I don't know if it's
my God.
And I don't know if it's one TV per floor, because how you get those things per
and
floor?
God forbid, and they tell you, take it to class 7K3. You know that girl. A man does in that class. I'll take it.
Yeah.
And you try to go in, mass move. You drop it off. Want me to connect the teacher?
Yeah. Because the teachers don't know how to put.
And you be like looking like crazy for like that crush you have.
The teachers don't know how to connect the red and yellow wires.
Yeah.
How do you do this?
Yeah.
You're the teacher. You should know. Then you start doing it because you know.
Yeah. Yo.
But the volume doesn't work.
And you be sweating like as a little boy. If it's the crush that you think.
And then when they tell you,
that, oh my God,
Lysander, can you stay here but turn off the lights in the back?
Oh yes, that's the best.
And everybody goes, but why he could do it? Yeah. And you feel like you're the man because you're the one helping the teacher.
If you're standing up in class, you feel like they're the man.
That's back in the days. Now,
yeah.
You don't even want to do anything for the teacher, bro. But I remember that those fucking TVs. I remember them so vividly, like the fucking rolling.
The great cart.
Even in the library, because I remember in the library.
It reminds me of like the carts that from Walgreens, the ones for cosmetics, but like double those.
Yes,
with wheels.
It had 3 stages.
Yeah.
The bottom never had the bottom probably had like 1 or 2 cassettes. Yeah. The middle was the VCR, and then the top layer was the TV. It could have been like 20-inch TV.
Yeah.
And I remember another time we went to the library.
She was
watched
bigger than my TV in my house.
We watched a Disney movie in the library because they wanted us to get a book and do a book report. Then they want to show us the movie first.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, let's watch the movie first. It's 2 hours that you don't have to go back to class. We already asked your teacher's permission. We were like, yes! Then they go, oh, but you have to write a book report. That was the agreement. We was like, fuck. So I stood there, sat and watched the whole movie, but I could fucking remember those TVs. But yeah, personally, we were in the auditorium and we did see that live launch. And I remember some teachers crying, and it's got to be this one.
Yeah, man.
Because I know there was a teacher in this flight.
Yeah, it was a teacher. She died. The kids. So the reason I was bringing that up, because like I said, I saw the shuttle thing. Like, I wasn't planning to, and I was just fascinated. The way I thought of it is like, damn, how different it is now.
Yeah.
Because they got it's like an ESPN. They got an analyst who tells you, this is what's gonna happen. 15 minutes now, they're doing the pressure. And,
really?
They're walking you down. I don't remember that. We were little kids. I don't know if they had that. But they have, we didn't do it yesterday because of the weather. And they break down every single thing. And they tell you, have stats and all this shit. And then they were getting into it. And, the more it cooled down,
yeah,
and the more it got closer, I was getting nervous. I was telling my girl, and that's when it had me thinking of, how the fuck they gonna do? I'm like, I'm thinking New Year's Eve. This shit got me more nerve-wracked than New Year's Eve. Because from what I remember back in the days with the old shuttles, it's like that shit looks like a big fireball.
Yeah.
When it leaves, it looks like a fireball. But this shit, they made it so modern. It's a needle, and it was only a minute left. I'm like, why is that the fire's not on? So I'm waiting for the fire to start. And I'm like, what the fuck? And then they went down to it's cooling, and you see smoke, 3, 2, 1, and I'm like, has it moved yet? But then that shit just a fire, and it went so fast.
See, I didn't watch it because I was working, but I know back in the days it was the shuttle was stuck with the two, the two rocket, if you want to call it propellers or whatever.
Yeah.
But that was the thing that gave it the extra push.
Yeah.
To make it to a certain altitude.
Then it lets it go.
Separates, and then the ship goes off.
No,
it wasn't this. It was just the one.
Nah, man, YouTube it. This shit, it just kind of goes. It's like a needle, bro. That's just like a hard cock, but the skinny hard cocks.
Coño.
That shit just went up.
So I should rename my cock SpaceX.
There you call it, yeah. So it just went up, and I was just like, holy shit. And then I watched it for a while. And it went into when it goes from blue skies, it went straight to dark, mad fast, bro. That it looked like it passed horizon.
Yeah.
And then, now they have they break down everything. They're at this time it's going into, this is the most pressure it's hitting now. But it was like a ball of fire in the bottom. I'm like, is the fire gonna take over the whole shit? And then they put the cameras on the guys and they're regular. And I was like, how this so relaxed?
Now, did they say how long they're going to be up there for?
I don't know, man. I know they said it was going to take 19 hours to reach where they had to reach. They were supposed to reach, I think, that was Friday. No, I think Saturday. They were supposed to reach Sunday, West Coast time or whatever. I stopped tracking it from there. But it's crazy, the shit that they have now on YouTube. Because, I was showing my sister, and I was showing my girl, they have channels that you could put it live, and that shit is in space.
Showing them up there.
I don't know if they have one, but you could go and now YouTube and type in Space Live, and they have a camera, and you fucking see her, bro.
Like a satellite.
Yeah. And then I found one that says Spaceman walking from space. Al, the picture is so clear. It's clearer than this. You can see reflections, and it's it seems to be two people in spacesuits in movies, but they're on, I guess, the harness or whatever, and space is down there, and you can see clearly what they're doing.
But this is not live. This is recorded.
That one is a record, but they have a live one too that you can see the Earth and all that stuff. But I was like, holy fucking shit! That shit looks scary. That shit is so close that you're like you start bugging out. You're like, yo, that it looks so real. It looks so, the picture looks so in depth. You know.